Hello fellow raiders and welcome to part 2 of For the K666 post on Discord. This is a good time to show you guys the list of changes that just happened in the Raid 1.5 update that concerns these artifacts and other artifacts in the game. This is merely just a poll of the raid community on the Discord. There's a nice little ditty on each little artifact set. I am going to read it out. Starting with offense, plus 15% basic attack. This is the first attack set that will benefit heroes who focus on dealing damage. This is a fairly basic hit them harder set that will allow your champions to defeat enemies faster. Be on the lookout for champions whose abilities get additional benefits from the attack set. Defense, plus 15% basic defense. Much like the previous two sets, this increases one of the core stats of the champion, namely defense. In general, this allows your champion to receive less damage, which is generally a helpful thing. But this set benefits, to no one's surprise, defense type champions the most. Some of them even deal more damage when their defense stat is higher. So keep that in mind. Speed. Plus 12% basic speed. The higher your champion's speed stat, the quicker their turn meter fills up. Champions with the highest speed stat also get the first turn in battle. Getting the first turn in battle is incredibly important and is often the deciding factor in who wins, especially when it comes to the arena. Going first means your champions can debuff the enemy, buff their own team, straight up nuke a target of importance, or deliver a devastating AoE attack that will soften the enemy up. Veteran players know the importance of setting up a proper turn order between your champions in competitive PvP. Thus, speed is incredibly important already. Add to that the fact that some champions deal damage increased according to their speed, and it is not hard to understand why this set can be extremely useful. Critical rate. Plus 12% bonus to the basic critical rate stat. Another universal set that can benefit most champions in one way or the other. This is especially important for champions whose skills get additional effects upon dealing critical hits. Berserker. This set has since been renamed to crit damage. Plus 20% bonus to the basic critical damage stat. Works well hand in hand with the critical rate set, or for champions who have a passive skill that increases their critical rate, or even have attacks that land critical hits automatically. Accuracy gives a 40% bonus to the basic accuracy stat of the champion. This is immensely important for champions who apply debuffs to the enemy, especially for those who are focused debuffers. After all, it would be rather unfortunate if that awesome block heal fails to apply and the enemy that you have nearly defeated is brought back to full HP. Resistance gives a plus 40 bonus to the basic resistance stat of the champion. So what do you do when you have a champion who gains additional bonuses when they have no debuffs on them? Or have a particularly important skill that you would hate to see blocked at any point during the game? The answer is simple. Equip them with this and increase their resistance. This ought to keep the pesky debuffers away. Lifesteal, voted one of the most overpowered sets, the Lifesteal set, also called the Vamp set in the game. The champion with this set recovers 30% of the damage that they deal. Keep in mind this does not include damage over time, poison, bomb effects, or any other effects that damage their target for a set percentage of its own HP. If your champion already has a life drain effect on any of their skill and use it in conjunction with this set, the resulting heal percentage will stack. This can be really cool set to use for champions whose attacks get stronger as they lose HP, as it will allow them to heal themselves back up, stay in the fight for longer, and deliver more damage. Our next set is Fury. It has been changed in the update. It now reads, for set damage increases as HP decreases, plus 5% damage for every 10% HP lost. Stacks up to 25%. This set increases the damage that your champion deals in correlation with their current HP. The lower their HP, the higher the damage. This could work well for champions that you expect to be taking the most flak in a fight. Those that have taunt or provoke glass cannons, who are likely to be a priority target for the enemy, and so on. Daze. 25% chance of applying sleep debuff on the target of the champion's damage-based skill for 1 turn. This is a soft crowd control skill that leaves an enemy champion unable to act unless they are attacked in that turn. As such, this is a good set to have on champions whose skills either apply sleep already to have an extra attempt at it, or have AoE attacks, especially several, that will give you a good chance of debuffing more opponents. Cursed. 4 set. 50% chance to place a 50% heal reduction debuff. It was changed in the Raid 1.5 update. As before, this chance does not stack with any similar skills that the champion may have and will be applied separately. In general, reducing the enemy's ability to heal their champions is very useful, and it will be even more useful for champions with multiple area of effect damage skills that can spread this nasty debuff among the enemy like none other. This would be perfect for countering enemy teams that have champions with a high sustainability, i.e. those with self-heals, dedicated healers, and so on. Frost. 20% chance of applying freeze debuff for 1 turn on an enemy that attacks the champion with this set. Follows the same rules as all debuff based sets and will work wonders for crowd control in any battle. This could be a good set for high value support characters who are likely to be target for the enemy, or those who provoke and taunt skills that will force the other team to attack them. This set could literally save your champion's life in a critical moment. Frenzy allows the champion to gain 8% turn meter for every 7% of HP lost in 1 hit. This set is not activated by poison. Effects that modify the champion's HP or max HP. Any damage that is self-inflicted, certain skills do that, while generally useful, this set can benefit champions that you expect to be attacked a lot by the enemy. HP or defense type champions, attack champions whom you want to strike as often as possible, and even healers who will get a chance to use their skills more often, if the enemy attempts to focus them down. It is a good choice for the arena as well, as it will allow you to interrupt a well-built enemy team that relies on a specific turn combination to destroy their targets. It is the healing set. It has been changed in the update. It has been renamed to the regeneration set, and it is a 4 set, but now it heals by 10% of every turn. Max HP includes the overall HP that your champion gets from all sources. Once more, this may be a useful set for champions that are likely to get attacked a lot. Perhaps it is best suited for HP and defense champions, as their high defense stats will allow for greater benefits from this passive heal. No surprise there. The less damage they can be dealt, the more valuable those HP percentages become. Immunity applies block debuffs on the champion that has this set for 2 turns at the start of each round, meaning that in campaign in most dungeons, the champion will be getting this buff every time the enemy team is defeated. For Arena, this will only activate once per battle, as there are no multiple rounds, but we have already talked about the importance of the first turn in that battle, so keeping your important champions safe from crippling debuffs can be a lifesaver. Shield, a 4 set, voted the other most overpowered artifact set in the game, gives a shield worth 30% of the champion's max HP and for 3 turns, to all allies at the start of the round. If several champions have this set, the potency of the shield will stack, but it will remain as a single buff. Example, you have 2 champions of 100 HP with this set. The entire team will get a shield worth 60 HP, 30 plus 30. If a skill that provides shield is activated while this set bonus is still active, champions under the effect will get 2 separate buffs, one for the set and one for the skill. Needless to say, this is a very powerful set that would be ideal for a high HP champion, as it will allow them to protect allies even more efficiently. Relentless. Of course, you get this at the start of the game. Everyone has a 3 set of it and a 4 set. Relentless. Using any basic of active skill gives this champion with this set an 18% chance of gaining an extra turn immediately. To prevent the rare cases of champions destroying entire teams due to a stroke of unlikely luck, each successful activation of this set drops that chance by 45%. So 18%, 9.9%, 5.5%, and so on. However, as soon as the extra turn fails, the chance goes back to the original 18%. Though dependent on luck, this could be a very powerful set for any type of champion. Look at your collection, find a champion that you would particularly like to get several turns in a row, and consider this set for them. Note that existing skills with similar effects do not interfere with Relentless, and make it even more efficient. As such, this could be an excellent set for support champions. Oh, damn you so savage. It has been changed in the update. It now ignores 25% of enemy defense, up from 15. This bonus stacks with other sources of ignored defense that your champion may have. A perfect set for damage dealers. When they need to crack a particularly tough target, if equipped by a champion that already has skills that allow them to ignore a certain percentage of the target's defense, it will make for a very dangerous tank hunter. Not that other champion types will do much better with their defenses ignored. Destroy. Reduces the target's max HP by 30% of the damage dealt by the champion with this set. There are several things to keep in mind. First, the target's max HP cannot be dropped by more than 8% in one hit. Second, over the course of the battle, the target's max HP cannot go below 40% of the original value. Third, the max HP drop is applied once per skill use, not once per hit. This applies to multi-hit skills. This is generally useful secondary set that can help you soften enemy champions for the killing blow. Next we have Stun. Gives an 18% chance of applying stun to the target enemy when using any attack skill. Much like other crowd control sets, this is perfect for champions with multiple AoE attacks. But out of all crowd control debuffs, stun is one of the most potent. A target that is stunned will not be woken up by damage dealt to it, which makes it marginally better than sleep. This can be incredible for the arena, where controlling your enemy or failing to do so can mean victory or defeat, respectively. And next we got Toxic. It was changed in the update. It now gives a 50% chance of applying poison to the target enemy using any attack skill, a 2.5% poison. If the champion already has a chance of applying continuous damage with the chosen skill, set bonus and skill effect will be applied separately. This set is generally useful for increasing the damage that your champions deal. It is good for champions with AoE skills and for giving your daughters even more poison effects to ruin the enemy's day. We gotta find out what daughters means. Retaliation. Retaliation gives the champion a 25% counterattack chance on any attack. A fairly straightforward set that allows your champion to strike back against their assailants. Keep in mind that this counterattack strike with the basic skill and deals 75% of its usual damage. Thus, it would be best to equip champions who have high damage values on their simplest attack. Those who attack several enemies with it, and especially those who can apply crowd control debuffs and their basic attack. That once again will allow you to assert a level of control over the enemy team and help you win in player versus player. Avenging gives the champion a 30% counterattack chance upon receiving a critical hit. This set is very similar to Retaliation and can be used with the same ideas and tactics in mind. Of course, it is more situational, but also has a higher chance of striking back. Stalwart reduces incoming AoE damage by 30%. This will be quite useful as a support set for champions that you expect to be hidden away by their defense or HP type comrades. Of course, pesky enemies can still get to them with AoE attacks, and this set will help mitigate that kind of damage and protect your key champions even better. Reflex gives the champion a 30% chance to reduce the cooldown of one of their skills by 1 turn, assuming there are skills on cooldown. The skill is chosen at random. This is one of those universal sets that will benefit any and all champions, especially those with skills that are particularly powerful and have a long cooldown. Ideally, find a champion who has a basic skill, 1 active skill, and 1 passive skill. With a setup like that, the champion in question gets a 30% chance of reducing the cooldown on that 1 specific active skill. And curing has been changed in the update to a 10% bonus heal. Well, that is all she wrote, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Just like every single other YouTuber, make sure you like and subscribe, and have yourselves a great day.